I'm Saddam and I'm one of the co-founders of Builderkit. So in this video today, I'll show you how to run this headshot generator app and show you the complete step-by-step configuration process so that you can run it locally and test it out. So first let's go to the docs provided by builderkit.ai. Here we'll select the headshot generator by AI app under AI apps. So let's select it and make sure that you already have access to the pro GitHub repository of Builderkit so that you can download it and run it. So I'll copy this command and open the terminal. I'll move to desktop folder so that I want to create our project in the desktop folder, and I'll name the project as headshot generator. Yeah. So it will take few seconds to download the project from GitHub in my local system. Okay, so now that the project has been downloaded, we can close the terminal and then we will open the project in cursor. So let's open the full project, go to desktop and select the headshot generator. So here you can see our project has been downloaded, and by default it is the main branch. So there are multiple branches as per the tools or other specific other respective things. So we want to go to headshot generator app. So search for headshot generator and select this one. You can also switch the branch by running this command git checkout headshot generator. Okay, now that we're in the headshot generator branch, we will need to install the dependencies required to run this project. So for that we have to run npm install or pnpm install, whatever package manager you are using. So I use pnpm, so I'll use pnpm install, but you can use npm install, that's not an issue. Okay, so once the installation of the required dependencies are done, we can run the command to create a .env file that will be a copy of .env.example, where it mentions what are the environment variables you need. So here it is. So here's the command for that. So copy and paste it out. So yeah, you can see a .env.local file has created, and this is the variables that we need to set up, configure basically. So since we are using it locally, so we can keep the app URL as localhost 3000. Now we need a Astria API key. For that, you can just go down to the requirements and click on Astria, and you can create an account here and get an Astria API key for yourself. I already have one, so I don't need to create again. And next, we need the Superbase keys as well. So I already have one for that as well, so I don't need to create another. So let's set up first. Now that we're done with setting up the environment variable, let's move forward with the next steps. So we have to set up Superbase. So we have already done the basic configuration, basic setup of our Superbase in the previous tutorials of content writer app and multi-LLM ChatGPT app. So we don't need to repeat the same steps again, but we have to add a new script, run the new script to create a headshot models and headshot generations table. So let's copy this script and create the tables in our Superbase project. That is the SQL database. So here you can go to this project SQL editor in your Superbase and then click on create new snippet and add it. And then you can just run this project, run this script so that it will create two tables for you in this table. That is the headshot generations and headshot models. After you're done with that, we just need to sync the Superbase types. So for that, let's go to the documentation here. And again, since we have done this Superbase, as I have repeated earlier, that we have already done the Superbase configuration for content writer and multi-LLM and other apps. So we don't need to repeat these all these steps again and again. We just need to run this last command, that is npx superbase gen etc. to sync the table changes in our SQL database in Superbase, basically to sync those changes in our project locally. But we don't need to initialize Superbase or login because that is done globally once only. That is enough if you are not sure. So I'll paste the command and I'll need to provide the project ID here, that is Superbase project ID. For that, you can just go to this code, that ID after project / in the URL. I'll copy this one and paste it here. Then I'll hit enter and it will just sync or download the table schema to my project. If you go to this src types and superbase.ts, you can find the headshot generations table and headshot models table available here. Okay, So yeah, that is done, and let's move forward with the next steps. So we are basically done setting up the project and doing all the configurations. So we'll just run npm run dev or pnpm run dev again, whichever package manager you are using. So yeah, as you can see, our app is running on localhost 3000. So let's check it out first. So as you can see, the project is running on localhost 3000, but we have few more things to do. Since the response that will be coming, that will be handled through webhook, so we need to create a public URL since we are using it, testing it on localhost. So you can't get a webhook response to a localhost URL. So for that, we need to create a tunneling. That is basically we'll create a public URL that is a SSL secured URL using ngrok, and that URL will redirect all the requests to our localhost 3000. So you can also go to the blogs by Builderkit, and it explains. Okay, not this. Here it explains a step-by-step process on how you can set up a public URL using ngrok and test your webhook locally. So yeah, let's open terminal and run this command ngrok http 3000. So the public URL we have received here, we just got here, will redirect all our requests to http localhost. Close it. So either you can test the project on localhost, or you can similarly in the same way you can test it in the ngrok provided public URL as well. So you can see it's the same thing. It's just a clone kind of thing, yeah. So other also instead of if you want to test it in the localhost URL itself only, so we'll have to set up the origin URL for testing purpose here. So here instead comment out this origin and overwrite it with this one. This is just for testing purpose. You don't need to push it in the production. So that's good to go. I'll do it here as well. Origin. Yeah, so that's it. Now we are good to go for testing. So if we click on the get started button, it will take us to the head start generator dashboard. You can change the theme as well, but yeah, that's not an issue. So we have you can click on train model and give demo the name. It is mine. We have to upload few images here. So yeah, let's upload some images. So yeah, I have selected these 4 images and let's try it out. Yeah, so as you can see, the fine tuning has started. It will show you how long it will take to generate complete the fine tuning. And once the fine tuning process is completed, you can click on that model, go to this generate headshot, and then generate a headshot for yourself just by running the prompt, giving it image description and a negative prompt, and hit enter. So that's it. It will give an error right now since the model is not ready yet, but that is how the process is. Yeah, so that is it. Thank you. See you until the next time. Bye bye.